So in essay and optionals, you will be facing a unique problem. என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சிங்களா? In essay and optionals, okay, optional எழுதுனதுல எல்லாம் இருக்கும். Fine. So in essay and optional, you will be facing the challenge of choosing the question. Other than that, in other papers, you just have to write. You don't have any choices. Yeah. Do you know why people are getting married late these days? One of the reasons for people getting married late. Too many choices. இது ஒன்னோட நல்லா இருக்கும். Matrimony has brought many choices. 1,000 people are there in place of 4 people earlier. So many choices. It's very difficult to choose. And it happens in UPSC also. So which question to choose, that becomes a problem when it comes to essay. And after we choose, and when we are writing the content, we know that we have chosen the wrong one. And then you cannot change it. After 1 hour, you won't be able to change it. You have to live with it for the rest of your life. For the rest of the exam, of course, here. Life, this is... Okay.
One question. Out of all these options, whether there is one or two best options?
Yes, how to choose the easier one. That's one, the choice. What's easy to read may not be easy to write. So section A here, usually UPSC gives like section A will be philosophical, section B will be direct. Sometimes it will be reverse. Sometimes if you wants to butcher you, he will be giving both in philosophy. Section A philosophy, section B a higher philosophy. Plato and Socrates only can write there. So that kind of question paper was also there. 2021, 2022 was that kind of question papers. 23 we had this type of question paper. So usually it will be philosophy and general or both philosophies. So in general, let's say in section B, it's easy to read, everyone can understand. Isn't it? And all 4 questions are able to be understandable. So is section B easy or section A easy?
No.
Section B, all 4 is known. Which one to choose? All 4 is good. You have the content. So if you don't know something, you can eliminate it at least. But here you know all 4, that's when section B becomes difficult to choose. So in that case, you have no other options but you go for the content first. You have to jot down points as soon as possible for section B. If such a question paper arises, if there is a section which has only generic essays, then you go for that section first. Plot all those essay questions in the space for rough work provided for you. At the back of that question paper, everywhere, you will be having space for rough work. So you divide the paper, create 4 columns, write each essay 1, 2, 3, 4, and write down as many points as you can for all 4. All the general studies thing which you have studied for that, you have to write it. So which essay has more content, that is your essay. That is the choice. This will take time. So section B is difficult here. Section A, how to choose from section A? First question, so you have to go by one by one only. So anyways, if there is any philosophy which you don't understand, easy, that's it. I don't know, I am not going to touch it. But I think all 4 are simple to understand. Kind of, at least. If you know the value that is behind each statement, it is easier. So winning isn't everything, but wanting it is. So what is the value associated with it? Huh? Value associated with it. Value or ethic. Perseverance. Something else? Perseverance is there. Perseverance is a kind of attitude. Attitude is there. Okay, so second one, you are never really playing an opponent, you are playing yourself. What is that? Huh? Value associated with it. Second and third are similar. Second and third are similar. Self-control is strength, right thought is necessary, calmness is power. And third one is, I deem it is a easier one. Because there is 3 points there. Bigger questions in philosophy are easier always. Okay. Next. So you are never really playing an opponent, you are playing yourself. Attitude, self-development, self-improvement, or the self-concepts, responsibility, whatever things that you are having for self, that is the value associated with it. And self-control, so that third one, it is a triangle. If you have self-control, you will be having calmness. If you have calmness, you can have the clarity of thoughts. So it's a triangle. So everything is interlinked there. And you can divide the essay into three parts, and you can write for each. And how each one is contributing to the other two also. So it will be given more points. So there are 3 questions in one essay. So 12 pages, even 4 pages each, you can get a nice essay without stressing more points on one particular direction. Okay, so next one is 4th, thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say. Value? Gratitude, gratefulness, gratitude. So first one is attitude, second one is gratitude, fourth one is gratitude. So if you can understand the value behind it, then you understood the essay, then you can go for the writing the essay. But here, which one to choose? I will go for third one. Because it has 3 parts, I can write many content for each part. That's how I will be choosing it. So which one is easier? In philosophy, the bigger questions are easier one always. More words, philosophy becomes easy. Less of the words, it will be having more in-depth meaning. Yes. So on that day, when India won the World Cup, we were discussing about Hardik Pandya, Virat Kohli on the evening. And I said that Hardik Pandya is my favorite player. And Joe said that, he's characterless, he's a wasteless, he's a useless guy. He was saying all these things. And then at night, after India won, I posted only one message to him, Pandya. And he understood everything. So that's a philosophy. One word, and he said, now I am a fan, sir. Okay, I take all my words back. So that's one word has deep meaning. So the lesser number of words, the more will be the meaning. That is difficult for us. We are not Socrates, we are not Plato, we cannot be able to decipher all the meaning that is associated with it. All those who are wander are lost. So I think you are there. You are not there. So there are different dimensions how you can decipher it. One is just traveling, physical traveling. Other one is thoughts wandering the thoughts. So that's the video. So these 2 dimensions, exam we cannot think about the thought dimension. Let the thoughts wander and the idea will strike you. The innovation part we will not be able to decipher at some point. But traveling, okay, wandering, lost travelers are there, historical travelers are there, present day travelers are there, YouTube vloggers are there. We will write all those things about traveling, but we may not get to the other dimension. So deeper meaning will not be able to be deciphered when the question is short. So go for the bigger one in philosophy. For generic, you have no options. Write content for all. So whichever has the highest points, that is your choice of essay in section which has general questions. Next one is management. Inniki nariya per or essay today. Yeah. Ethana rendu selliya? 4 essay. Ethana vechadana? Or essay 12 pages. I typed the instructions, but they gave the my brain was fine. So per essay you will be having 1000 to 1200 words. 12 pages will be given for you. So try to at least go beyond 6 pages. Otherwise it will become too short an essay. Too short to be called as an essay itself. So we cannot write like that. So 6 pages. 12 pages will be there. Minimum 6 pages. We should cross 6 pages minimum. Like that. At least I have filled at least 50% of the page. Like that. Okay, so they are giving 50% of the marks. So that's the reason I am asking to cover 50% of the page at least. Okay, how many essays? 2 done. 2 essays. Okay. So others are written only one essay, and the other one, the second essay will be half or starting or something like that. So yeah, so when we are getting the question paper, first section or second section, whichever we are choosing to write first, we will pick up the topic, we will write all the content and then start writing the essay. So first we will pick the question and then content and then immediately start the essay. So this will take like 1 hour, 1.5 hours. It will be going, 1.5 hours will be going, and then you'll be having 1.5 hours remaining for second essay. So then you have to come and pick the second essay, and then you will be writing the content, and then you will be writing the essay. So by the time you finish the first essay, you will be drained. Fine. Some people will be, they'll be picking the essay in the first itself. They'll be picking the essay in the first itself. So I am going to write 3 in first section A and 2 in section B, 6th one in section B. So like that they will be picking that essay. But they will make content only for the first essay, and they will be starting to write the essay. Second essay they will not clear the content. They will not write the points. எத்தனை பேர் பண்ணீங்க? So she did it. நீங்கள் did you get the content for both the essays initially or started writing first one? செப்பரேட்னா பிக் பண்ணதே செப்பரேட்டா இல்லை பிக் பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறமா கண்டென்ட் ஆகும்? Okay, so you are the second category. Pick பண்ணிட்டு, so first you pick up the question, then you write the content only for the first essay, and then you start writing this first essay, and then you come to the second essay, there will be no content in your brain. So that's the point, you feel drained, and you may get the content for this essay like in 10 or 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes will be there, but to get the content after 130 hours, it becomes impossible. It will take at least 30 minutes easily, and then to arrange the content, all these other things, it will take a lot of time. So you will not be able to have enough time to write the second essay, and that's when you're going to lose marks. So how to approach? First, pick both, write content for both in the rough space provided for both. So there will be 4 rough pages provided, 4 rough pages, one for this if there is such a thing, the other 2, one for one essay, the other one for other essay. You have to jot down points of both the essays simultaneously in the first 30 minutes of your essay paper, question paper receiving. This is your going to be a work. So immediately, first part and second part, you are going to write all the content that is going to arise. So this you have to get done with it within the first 1 hour. The content ready பண்றது, and then there are many other things which you will be doing. So this content creation, it can take up to 15 minutes per essay. 15 minutes per essay. I have sufficient time. 15 minutes is more than enough to think about content and write down just points. You are not telling to write an essay, just the key points you are going to have hit here. So dimensions in 15 minutes per essay, 15 minutes here. And then you will be arranging it, categorizing it, and structurizing it. So that will be seeing it here. Okay, this is how you will manage. First 1 hour is for all these pre-works. You are not starting, you are not going to write a single word in the main paper. Everything is going to be on the rough page for first 1 hour. 30 minutes for one essay, 30 minutes for second essay, content, structure, categorization, all these things you will be doing, and then start the essay 1 hour for each essay. Because the next, after that is going to be a filler only. You're going to completely fill the paper. It will be a hint. The hint is already here. Precise writing மாதிரி தான். Hint கொடுத்து dashes கொடுத்துட்டு expand கொடுத்துருவாங்க இல்லையா? So அது மாதிரி you have already had this here, then you go to expand it. So that's what drain is all about, manage it is all about. Then content part, content. Okay, so the content part in the essays பார்ப்போமா first. So winning isn't everything, wanting it is. பேப்பர் வச்சிருக்கா ஜெர்மி? கடைசி பேஜில் என்ன போட்டிருக்கு? கடைசி பேஜ் பேப்பரில், நியூஸ் பேப்பரில். எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்கிறேன். ஹெட்லைன்ஸ் என்ன கடைசி பேஜில்? அதே படி அதில் இருக்குது. It is there. Desperation, wanting to win this. It is there in today's newspaper also. Okay, so wanting it is. So winning isn't everything, wanting it is. So how all can you decipher this essay? So what is exactly this essay mean? That this quote mean? You want something, you are going to persevere. If you don't want something and you win, you will not feel the satisfaction. Yeah. So I can give a personal example. I never wanted to become a mining engineer, but I got a job after finishing my college. I was never satisfied. I gave up the job. Then I jumped into UPSC because I wanted UPSC, but now I'm going back to mining. Okay, தப்பு தான், உனக்கு கேவலம் தப்பு தான். So there is a comedy VIP also. இந்த பைக்கை பற்றி திட்டி விட்டுருவோம். VIP movie, Dhanush movie. He will be having a moped. என் கரகம் ஒன்றதெல்லாம் கொண்டு போனோம் அப்படின்ட்டு Moped means a small bike, battery bike. And he will ask forgiveness from the bike itself. Yes. So if you win without wanting it, it will not be significant win. You will not feel a satisfaction. So you will want it to feel the win itself in the first case. But if you want it, but if you don't win, how will you feel? If you want it and if you don't win, will you give up? You are coming in. Avengers படத்துல Thanos சொல்லுவானே, செகண்ட் பார்ட் Avengers Endgameல Thanos சொல்லுவான், in Avengers movie in Endgame, when the war is about to begin, the last war is about to begin. Yes, that is different. Thanos will be saying, you are going for different things, you are trying new things, but at the end, where does it come to you? Back to me. So you try new things, but you never deviate from your path. You try to write new answers, you try to write differently, but you're never going to leave UPSC's goal. Yeah, that's what happens. 8 years you are not going to leave it. Because you want something, you are going to persevere for it. So attitude is what all matters here. So for this example, personal examples, tons of examples are there. I will start with my personal example itself. About yourself, you pick your personal example or any other story which you can remember for this. Person who wanted a win badly and won. He wrote about this today's victory. Second World Cup win. India's World Cup. First second. And competition. First competition. Okay, in this second. Winning in this second. Winning enough. You are not your own competition. Okay. So it's your own competition. This World Cup win is also a good example for this. India did not win a World Cup for 17 years. They wanted to win and they tried for it. So they won finally. So wanting it is all that matters. If India did not want it, we would have become a team like Bangladesh or Zimbabwe. We would have been nearest from cricketing history itself. So wanting kept the team alive. Any other example? History. History level. Winning isn't everything, wanting it is. Humayun. So Humayun. Humayun. Humayun lost his kingdom to his brothers first and then to Shesha Suri, but he wanted to come back to India and conquer India. So his want, he came back, but he did not punish his brothers. Winning isn't everything. I just want a win. I want to rule country. Fine, I want it. But there is no requirement of killing my brothers because they did it, and he forgives his brothers. So winning isn't everything. Wanting the win, it all matters. What else? Alexander Jaishtana Nariya. Okay, so Alexander. Thomas means? Thomas Alva Edison. Super. Super. See, essays, there will be only few examples, and every example will be suitable for across all the values. Okay, it's about how we write that example for that particular value. The attitude of Thomas Alva Edison, want to win. So there are always similar examples, same example that can be used for across different values and attitudes. So example, so point winning isn't. So how will you introduce this essay? So first point, first point on the personal story, mining engineer. Alva Edison, Thomas Alva Edison. Humayun, அப்புறமா ரோஹித் சர்மா, அப்புறமா வேர்ல்ட் கப் தான் ரோஹித் சர்மா. அடுத்தது அப்புறம் வேறு என்ன சொன்னோம்? அலெக்சாண்டர். வேறு anyone here? அவ்வளோதான் சொல்லு. ராகுல் காந்தி. அவ்வளோதான். Winning isn't everything, wanting it is. He continuously loses despite it. I am the Prime Minister. Feel. எழுதலாம், தப்பே இல்லை. This is there, this is in current times. See, I am taking this because there is history here, there is current times here, and there is politics here, there is politics here. This is entertainment, this is science. So different dimensions are opening up. That's why when you just write on the point, then we will arrange it accordingly. வேற என்ன வருது? Then what else can be? Who wants to win but is suffering but still not leaving UPSC aspirant. எழுதுயா. Can write. Thousands of students are writing. They are real life examples. The movies itself is taken. 12th fail movies itself is there. So you can write it. Anything else? Oscar Nayagan, யாராச்சும் who wanted to win Oscars who got only later. Robert Downey Jr. So RDJ. வேற in business, Elon Musk. Always in all examples he will be there. In all messages he will be there. You choose your examples, okay? At least one business example should be there. Make sure at least one business example and one sports example is there in your essay. One business and one sports, because your age, the old age people expect you to be either entrepreneurs as well as sportive and entertaining. இந்த வயசுல தான் என்ஜாய் பண்ண முடியும், அதை அவங்களுக்கு காட்டணும். யூ ஆர் என்ஜாயிங் யுவர் லைஃப் ஆஸ் வெல் அஸ் ப்ரிப்பேரிங்னு அவங்ககிட்ட காட்டணும். ஐ எம் நாட் அ ஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் ஆஃபீஸர், ஐ எம் a benevolent happy ஆஃபீஸர்னு காட்டணும். தட் மீன்ஸ் யூ ஆர் கோயிங் டு ஹேவ் சம் பிஸ்னஸ் பீப்புள் ஆஸ் வெல் அஸ் சம் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் பீப்புள். ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் பிஸ்னஸ் ஆர் மார்க் ஸ்கோரிங் ஏரியாஸ். ஹிஸ்ட்ரி மட்டும் எதுனா போர் அடிச்சு போயிடும். யூ ஆர் an MA ஹிஸ்ட்ரி கேண்டிடேட் தெரிஞ்சிடும் இல்லைனாலும். Politicsல ஒண்ணு போத, don't go too much. You can go too much in business and sports. Nothing for it.
Messi. You always wanted that goal to have family. 2014
okay.
23
இப்போ வந்துச்சு ஒரு அளவுக்கு ஒரு கண்டென்ட் இருக்குது. ஆனால் இது பத்தாது. திஸ் இஸ் 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 பாயிண்ட் தான் இருக்குது. 10 பாயிண்ட் பத்தாது. 15 மார்க்ஸ் கொஸ்டின் இன் UPSC. There are two types of questions இல்லையா GSல. One is 10 mark question, one is 15 mark question. 10 marks question, there will be 2 pages. Your maximum marks that will be given is 4.5 marks. சரியா? 15 marks question, maximum marks that will be given is 7 marks or 6.5 marks. அவ்வளோதான். அதுக்கு மேலே ஏற்ற முடியாது, கஷ்டம். 4.5 இல்லை 6.5 அதுக்கு மேலே போச்சுன்னா you have some boon. அவ்வளோதான். அது நம்மளாம் இல்லை. We don't go for luck. Okay, we are cursed அப்படின்னு நினச்சினா எழுதணும் நம்மளாம். So 15 marks you get 6 marks, that means 6 points has to be there. 10 mark question 4.5 marks, that means 4 points has to be there. So for 10 marks you are writing 4 points. For 125 marks how many? See that எத்தனை?
2.5.
இது 10 into 12 தானே, into 12 கூட 120 வந்துடும். ஸோ அப்போ 48 points. 48 பாயிண்ட் நம்மளால் யோசிக்க முடியாது. இட்ஸ் இம்பாசிபிள் டு ரைட் 48 points. If you cross 40 points you are there in 170. எஸ்ஏல 160 இருக்காங்க. 160 people scored when I was writing in 2019. I scored 140. அதுதான் ஹையஸ்ட் நினச்சிட்டு இருந்தேன். அதுக்கு மேலே தான் நின்றான் 116 சொல்லிட்டு. யார் அப்படின்ட்டு இருந்துச்சு. So there are people who scored 160 marks and they said I literally wrote tons of dimensions. நான் கொடுத்த 25 dimensions கொடுத்தேன். And she said he gave 48 as said by Rajita ma'am. Rajita ma'am said this is a kanak, idan kanak, this is a math. If you can attain 48 then you are the best essay. But 48 எழுதுறதும் கஷ்டம், யோசிக்கிறதும் கஷ்டம். It will take more time and you have to prepare like hell. அது நம்மளால முடியல அப்படின்னா at least 30 is required. 25 you can attain easily by practicing. அது 5 புஷ் பண்ணுறது இல்லையா, ரொம்ப ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். 5 examples like this அந்த புஷ் பண்ணி கொண்டு வர்றது கஷ்டம். ஸோ எத்தனை எழுத போகிறீங்க அப்படின்றது டைமென்ஷன்ஸ் மூலியமாக இருக்கும். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி யுவர் 30 examples. If it is less than that அப்படியே 10 குறைஞ்சிட்டே வருங்க. 20 pointsனா you are going to get 120 marks. 30னா 130, 40னா 140 அப்படின்னு போட்டுருக்கு. ஸோ இட் வில் பி லைக் தட். அதே மாதிரி 20 கீழே போச்சுன்னா அப்படியே குறைஞ்சினே வரும். ஓகே, இன்னும் நிறைய தப்பெல்லாம் பண்ணால் குறைஞ்சிரும். அண்ட் பாயிண்ட் இல்லைன்னா மார்க் கம்மியாக தான் இருக்கும். Essay is not about English grammar or beautiful beautiful words. Handwriting is important. You don't talk about handwriting. Handwriting is important. It's not about beautiful words. Symphony accompany போடக்கூடாது, தூக்கி வச்சிருவேன். சரியா? இல்ல. I'm saying that it is not about the jargons. It is not about I am Shakespeare who is writing. No, I am a GS. I am going to write the GS exam tomorrow. I must show them I have so many content that I am going to implement tomorrow. That's the reason essay is conducted. It's a starter for you before your main dish arrives. Right? So you give soup to make your stomach expand, right? So that's how essay is. So you are showing it to the examiner that I have so many content, give me a chance to write GS. That's what essay is all about. It's not about beautiful words, beautiful phrases. No, they're not going to get marks. Content gets you marks. Okay, so more content, more value. So content போட்டாச்சு. Then what should we do? Now I have 30 points written. ஒரே பக்கத்து 30 point ஒரு essay எழுதிட்டேன். Where to start? How to start? Which one is the first point?